from office come 2027. And for what Peter Obi camp is saying, they are saying that if the coalition will not give Peter Obi, the presidential ticket for 2027, that Peter Obi will not be partaking or working with the Northern Coalition team. What is your take on this, sir?
Well, nobody, not even me, will advise Peter Obi to play second fiddle. Again, Igbos will never play second fiddle to anybody in this country again. It is our right, it is our time to be president of Nigeria. Or else, they will be telling us that we don't belong to Nigeria. For me, Peter Obi should not for any reason agree to be Atiku's vice. Peter Obi has proven in 2023 election that he can win election. He swept everywhere. You understand? Even in Lagos, he swept everywhere, swept Abuja. So he can win election. He doesn't need Atiku to win election. Instead, Atiku needs Peter Obi to win election. So if they are asking Peter Obi to come and be Atiku's vice, they simply want to use him and dump him. And we have grown wiser than that. You understand? If Peter Obi dares it, we, his supporters, will stone him in public. He doesn't dare do that. He will have to be on his own. If PDP want him to join PDP, then let them give him the presidential ticket to be the presidential candidate of the party. Then we can look at that. You understand? But to be vice to anybody is absolutely unacceptable. You understand? So that is where I stand.
Okay, but looking at what, but with this now, if Tinubu and Atiku finally, choose to work together, do you think the two of them joining forces can hoist Tinubu in 2027?
You mean Atiku and Tinubu working together?
No, Atiku and Peter Obi, if they come together, do you think they can remove Tinubu in 2027?
Oh well, for me, in my own political mathematics, what I have decided as a person, as opposed to Darlington C. Obodeshi that I am, as Peter Obi's brother that I am, as an Igbo person that I am, as a Biafran that I am, what I've decided is to give Tinubu my vote in 2027.
Why?
2015, I couldn't vote because I lost my voter's card. And I tried many times to get it. I couldn't. And I sat out the election. Now, I will make every effort to get my voter's card and vote for Tinubu in 2027. That he might continue and finish his 8 years like his predecessors. Because he will argue that his predecessors did 8 years. You understand?
He's not doing well.
He is not doing well. We will not die. God will keep us till 2031, as he has just been keeping us. You understand? Because I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. There is danger in the land. I was talking to somebody the other day and I said that I will take a cue from what Ikemba said some years back during Obasanjo's time, when Obasanjo was vying for third term. You understand? And a journalist asked Ojukwu and said, what do you think? Because there was heat everywhere in the country. You understand? What do you think about the situation? Because Nigeria is boiling. And Ikemba said, well, Obasanjo is like a bull in a Chinese shop. And he said that the Chinese shop is Nigeria. He said in a Chinese shop you have beautiful things and breakable things. And when a bull enters there, you don't force the bull out. Because if you do, the bull will destroy the shop and everything in the shop. you pet the bull out. He said the best idea was to pet Obasanjo out and discourage him from launching the third term bid. And that was what Nigerians did. Finally, Obasanjo didn't get the third term bid and he left. Now, Tinubu is not like Jonathan, who will tell you that his political career is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. He won't. Tinubu is not the kind of person who will be in power, conduct an election, and allow an opposition to win the election. No. And that is absolutely precarious for us here. So the wisdom is support Tinubu, let him do his 8 years. 2031, we Igbos will present Peter Obi because it will be obviously our time. Then we will present Peter Obi and we will see who will not give us power in 2031. And if they do that, fine, we'll walk away, because that would have meant that Nigeria belonged exclusively to Hausas and the Yorubas.
But do you not think that after Tinubu leaves office that the power is going back to the north?
It cannot go to the north. There is Arewa, which is the north. There is Oduduwa, which is the west. And there is Biafra, which is the east.
But Biafra have never ruled this country.
That's the problem. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for the total independence of Biafra from this country, from this political arrangement, which you see is not balanced. There's no equity in this country. And I keep telling people, before 1914 amalgamation, these three nations, North, Arewa, West Oduduwa, East Biafra, have been existing, doing their thing. They had bilateral relationship, doing business together, living their life as nations. Before Britain did that business, which is called amalgamation of Northern and Southern protectorates together, which our founding fathers, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo, and Tafawa Balewa, disagreed and said that this thing will not work because we are too different to be one. You understand? So why not allow East to also rule Nigeria when North has always been there and West has also been there? So 2031 is a deciding year. You understand? For us Igbos and our Eastern brothers, for us Biafrans, if they don't give us power in 2031, then they would be justifying what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. That is it. And that's why I'm going to vote for Tinubu.
But you're not looking at Tinubu competency, because you cannot expect people to keep on starving.
Sir,
the insecurity in the north continues from now to 2031. Do you think that we can bear this in 2031?
Listen to me. I've been in Lagos for 47 years now. Came to Lagos August 14, 1978. Yes. You understand? I was 4 years when the Biafran War broke out. I had shock or the worst kind of it during the war. We have had time. We have had bad times, terrible times in this country. And God is still keeping us. God will keep us till 2031. Nigerians are diehards. We are made tough. We are survivalists. We will survive. You understand? So we are not going to die. But allowing Tinubu to continue in power till 2031 is a precautionary measure.
Against what? Is it against danger?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't wrestle power from him.
So what of eventually the election begins and it's the coalition team, finally gets to win. Like the Northern coalition team finally. So do you know
there is nothing like coalition that will work.
So you know, Tinubu stepping down?
No.
It will not work out.
The coalition will not work.
What if they coalesce and give Peter Obi the presidential ticket?
If they give Peter Obi the presidential ticket of PDP and he moves to PDP and now battles with Tinubu, Tinubu will not give him power even if he wins. Didn't Peter Obi win 2023 election? He did win. And somebody will say, he did not, the election was inconclusive. What do you mean election was inconclusive? P2B won the election outrightly. You understand? If it was a person like Jonathan that was in power, he could have given P2B the power. But not Jagaba. He will release the power. Even if Nigeria has to burn to ashes, he won't release the power. He will want to do his 8 years. And that's why I say that when a bull enters a Chinese shop, you don't force the bull out. You pet him out. You understand? So that you can protect the shop. And that is what we'll have to do. We have to be patient with Tinubu to do his 8 years. He has no solution. I voted him in 1999 to become governor of Lagos State, and he failed as a governor of Lagos State. Because, you failed. Because Lagos was dunghill, dustbin everywhere.
But they said he was going to transform Lagos. That's the impression. That's the impression
when you talk about the best governor of Lagos that I have witnessed from 1978 that I came here, I give it to Fashola. After Fashola, I give it to what is his name from a Pambode. You understand? They always give it to Jakande, but no, Jakande was good. The military governor Marwa was good, but boy, Fashola was phenomenal. You understand?
transformation.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, Tinubu failed as the governor of Lagos State, and he has also failed as the Nigeria president. He gave us the worst political party in the history of Nigeria, APC. Gave us the worst president in the history of Nigeria, Buhari. And when I was surprised on the day of his inauguration, he said he was going to go the way of Buhari. He was going to continue with Buhari's legacy. And I asked myself, what legacy does Buhari have? You understand? So just allow Tinubu to do his thing for the safety of our country. 2031, power will go to the east.
I think yesterday Rotimi Amechi celebrated his birthday, but he said he told Tinubu, one-on-one that he cannot support him, he cannot vote for him. That because why? He knows that Tinubu is not competent enough to do the job.
So Tinubu does not need Rotimi Amechi's vote to win, to continue in office.
So that was in 2023.
Ah, fine.
And I don't think now he's working with the coalition team to see remove Tinubu.
Leave all those people. They are jamboree makers. They cannot remove Tinubu.
Can't do anything.
Tinubu won an election against all odds. Is it now that every apparatus of the government is in his hand? What are you going to do? What can you do? You can't do nothing than to wait. We have to wait for 2031.
Okay, and I'm saying that it's as if Atiku is proposing to just do the next 4 years, then Peter Obi will now come in, to take over.
That's a lie.
Do you think that because we heard Buhari say something of that nature before, he did his 8 years?
Lie. We know these guys now.
It's not just on Peter Obi.
It's a lie. You just want to use Peter Obi to win votes. That's all. Use him and dump him. And Peter Obi is such a quality you don't have to toy with. Peter Obi, wow. Is a quality. Is the quality that this country needs. Is indeed a leader. Is a financial manager. He is very prudent. Is a very, down to earth person. We really need him. Yeah, we really need him. And he's coming in 2031. For me, if I meet him one-on-one, I'll tell him my heart. Wait for 2031. And let's see what happens. Me personally, as the anchor, I'm telling you that I don't think we want to allow. North does not own Nigeria, for goodness sake.
But I know.
If they do it, for goodness sake, we walk away. And nobody there stand against us when we walk away.
But they will not allow you to walk away. That's the problem.
Who told you that?
Yes.
Who told you
so
that?
So why is Nnamdi see where he is?
Nnamdi Kanu, that's what I'm telling you, that if they fail to give up power in 2031, they would themselves given strong evidence against themselves and support to what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. The marginalization here is too obvious. It's too obvious. You cannot be ruling Nigeria all yourself. Yoruba pastor, Hausa pastor, Yoruba pastor, Hausa pastor, Yoruba. And yet when you talk about the grace that holds this nation, it is we Igbos. When you talk about business, development, the oil that you have used to develop Lagos and Abuja, you take it from the east. And yet you leave the east barren. Oh, come on. Let's wait for 2031. It's either we live or we die. If they don't give us power.
But this about restructuring. If Tinubu wants to restructure, because the North are not in alliance with this restructuring move that Tinubu is planning to take.
Something will happen one day in this country. You know, when Buhari was there, and it is common with the Northerners, that when you talk about we discussing Nigeria, we discussing how better we are going to live in Nigeria, like restructuring or regional government, they get mad at you, like you must not touch it. I make bold to say that this country belongs to three of us, three major tribes, and every other tribe, no matter how little they are. And these tribes means Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, east, north, and west. You cannot sideline us forever and think we'll be okay with that. What do you want, man?